the citizens here in Pueblo. The question to Senator Rivera is concerning the Colorado Peace Act. What do you know about the Colorado Peace Act? How do you feel about organized labor? And would you support organized labor in the future?
Well, you have to start with the Colorado Peace Act, because I'm tell you honest truth, I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Well, then we need to educate you, so we'll sit down and talk to you about the Colorado Peace Act.
Okay.
Okay?
That's
Because
fine.
Educate the rest of us and tell us what it is.
the Colorado Peace Act is it's a legislation that when you go in to organize, that it's not a 50+1, it's a 40+ or 60+40 or something like that, if I got it right. And so to make it fair to those that are organizing, they have to get 60% of the vote rather than 50% +1. So it's an injustice to those that want to organize. So, and there's some more to that. That's a simple question.
You know,
so, Senator, I'm just asking.
You know what?
And that's.
And you know what? I'm not going to pretend that I know everything about anything. In fact, the truth of it is I know, what I've learned up there in the legislature. It's been a learning experience. It truly has. I'm glad to have been up there, and I'm glad to be up there serving you folks as best as I can. But you know, Ron, I don't know everything. That's for sure. And I'm open to learning all the time. So thank you, Ryan. Maybe sit down, and just a little talking about it and discussing.
Thank you, Senator. Now, the second question: how do you feel about local unions and organized labor?
Well, I believe in right to work. Let's put it that way. Okay? That's
anti-union talk.
That's right.
I don't see it as anti-union or whatever.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right.
Right to work. You're going to work. I'm going to work for $1 an hour, and you're going to come in and work for 50 cents an hour. That's right to work.
That's right to work.
You know, okay, we're not going to agree on that topic, and that's okay. That's okay. That's what the United States is about. That's what the United States is about. We each have our own opinions about what's best or not. Somebody asked me questions, and that's something that I said when I was running for the recall election and when I got elected and stuff. I said, I'm going to be honest with people. I'm not going to dance around the subject. If I don't know something, I'm going to tell you I don't know. You ask me, what do you think about labor? I says, well, I believe in right to work. Okay? And I respect your opinion. I expand with your opinion and stuff. And so...
I do appreciate the fact that legislators they're not going to know everything. It's a vast world, so you're not going to know every detail on every issue. And that's why it is important to have meetings like this so that you can receive an education from the people. So we appreciate that, Pete.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate that comment. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm going to tell you, I'm glad to see the number of folks that we have here. I really am. We were talking about different meetings and stuff, and people would say, if you get 10 or 15 people, you'd be lucky and be happy for it. And I'm glad that we do have the folks that we have here, whether or not you're whatever party affiliation you are. That's not what's important. What's important is what's good for Pueblo, this district, what's good for the folks, and what does the most for them. Now, we're all obviously going to have different opinions on what that is. That's the bottom line to it. But what's most important is that somehow or other we find common ground to work together and respect each other's opinions. Respect each other's opinions because, again, we have our own views of things based on what we've learned and how we've grown up and where we've grown up and so on. And you know, each one of us, our opinions is based on what we've known and what we've researched, same as you all have. And that's kind of where it's at. Yes, ma'am.
What's your opinion on raising the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour? Both of your opinions.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I'm not a believer in the minimum wage. The whole concept of the minimum wage.
Okay.
Because, you know, the thing is, okay, you raise it up to $10.10. So what's the businesses going to do? Are they gonna just sit there and say, okay, we're gonna pay out that $10.10, and all of a sudden we're in the red because we're paying $10, whereas before we were paying $7, $7.50. Are they gonna eat that $3 and some cents? I don't think so. What are they gonna do? They're gonna raise the cost of their goods to make up for that $10.10. So all of a sudden that $10.10, you're back right back where you were. You know, a year or two later, you're chasing your tail. Now, and let me give you another, for example, well, why stop at 10.10? Why not go to 25? Why not go to 25?
Slippery
You
slope.
know, because $25 an hour, heck, we'll all really have good money, and then everybody be happy. No, that's not going to work again. Because why? Because they got to raise that. They raise the cost. I mean, they raise the price of whatever goods they're selling. It'll make up for that pay raise, whatever it is.
Do you think
Again,
Walmart's gonna
keep
go the
chasing.
red by paying the minimum wage?
Hey, I thought I had a chance.
Yes, please.
I can wait outside. Here's the thing about the minimum wage. 2% of the people rely on the minimum wage. What we ought to be talking about is the median wage.
I don't think
We've lost
that's
so
true.
much ground in middle class. And that's what we need to do. We need to get the median wage back to where it belongs. You know, they're talking 10, 15 to 20% down on the amount of money. You can make the same amount of money, but the value is not down. So what we need to do is work legislatively to stay out of the middle class's way so they can continue to make more money. But, you know, I'm not in favor of if we take care of the minimum wage, I think that'll take care of it. The minimum wage will take care of itself.
How do you think I should?
Yes. Well, by one of the things we can do is we can look at the, the employment percentage right now is 9%. And the universal sick. What we need to do is drop that employment number down here, and that gives people a chance to move up on their jobs, and it gives a chance that it tells you that your economy is doing a lot better.
Yeah, but I respect your opinion, Senator, but I have not heard you say how you were gonna do that. If you implement you start increasing the minimum wage,
How does
all
anybody,
ships rise with the tide.
no, but how does
So
anybody,
that's gonna go up, and so is your median wage gonna go up as well.
individually, how does anybody actually help the economy get better? We know it's getting better. You know, we know it's
Spending money,
More money you have, the more money
right?
it would be better
especially if you don't have to.
to take advantage of the training and move up on the jobs.
Senator, can I just interrupt you quick? Because I can hear both of you guys' side of, talking about that the minimum wage is gonna hinder the small business. But have you guys thought about the people that are making $7 an hour minimum wage, and they have to buy the groceries that have rise, the prices have rise. So how are you guys expecting people, and I'm talking about the poor class people that can't afford to buy groceries on $7 an hour?
All right, would it benefit working for if a percentage of lost your job because business couldn't afford it?
Well,
Businesses do
we
that.
have lots of.
I don't think businesses do that. They still need their employees, those people who work.
Yes.
Well, not necessarily.
That's more of a threat than
There's
it is
well, there's-
an answer.
There's a lot.
I have a question to pose to all of you. When it comes to $10, okay, so we raise minimum wage to $10. What about Medicaid? It's already a mess now. So we've already raised, with Obamacare, we've already raised the poverty level up so that people can